We were talking earlier this morning. This is going to get a little deep for just a couple of seconds here. But, we've been talking about Lindsay Lohan so much the last couple of days. And there's part of me, like yesterday or today, Jen was telling us about this lawyer that kind of went to go meet with Lindsay Lohan and really was very sympathetic because Lindsay seems to be like a little child that really doesn't quite understand everything that's going on around her right now and how serious this is.
Or the adult consequences that she's about to face.
And my debate with these guys this morning is that the system for celebrities, young child celebrities, is set up in such a way that y'all, because you've been acting since you were like 10 years old, it's sort of set up to where you're sheltered from real life. And then as you grow into adulthood, the rules apply to you, but you've been living in this world where you haven't had to sort of succumb to them. Is it sort of an unfair setup for Hollywood child stars?
It's really hard for me to comment. I wasn't sort of in the limelight, as a lot of these young actors are, until I was 18 or really around 19 or 20 is where I sort of took off. And I know that I wake up every day and cherish the fact that I was raised in a completely normal, middle-class lifestyle up until, it all kind of went crazy. Because those are the values and the life lessons that I learned are the ones that keep me grounded today. So I can't speak on behalf of all those other kids, that didn't have the advantage growing up. But I will say that it is, once you get in that limelight, there's a lot of things that are taken care of for you that you don't necessarily have to do. I'm not speaking directly about Lindsay, please.
Right. I won't, but when we send it to the tabloids, they will.
That's what I'm afraid of. I feel bad for him. It's tough. It's really tough. So.
So if your 5-year-old, when you and Vanessa have kids in a couple of years, comes to you and says that, like they want to be in commercials and stuff like that, will you be more reluctant to sort of introduce them to that world that early?
Hypothetically speaking, I don't know. I think there's going to be bigger problems. Let me think. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd raise my kids the way my parents raised me, first and foremost. But yeah, there's got to be room for variation in there. I don't know what. I'm not sure at this point what I'd allow and what I wouldn't. I'm not sure where my heart is on that yet. The idea of even thinking about having kids right now, I can't even get there. I'm sorry, man. You just jumped too far.
Zac Efron hanging out with the Bert Show.
Obviously, from all of your high school musical fame through the years or whatever, I'm just curious if you appreciate and watch shows like Glee, or if you feel like they're just sort of like spinning off of the concept that you guys made so famous.
No, we don't. I wouldn't say that at all. I think it's awesome to see. There's something about that form of entertainment. It's a lot like High School Musical, but being a part of those shows, the energy and the fun and that that level of creativity is really hard to find, and it's not done that often. It was sort of forgotten about for a while. So extremely excited about shows like Glee and stuff like that coming back. It's really exciting, kids, to get out there and not be afraid to jump on stage, which is really where the magic happened for me. Doesn't happen on film, It's all from stage.
I'm curious if you, I can't be the only guy in the world not to ask you about you and Vanessa. Right. So did you guys have like a powwow behind the scenes and go, okay, look, this is how we're going to handle our relationship in the public light? Because you guys seem to handle it so well.
We don't really powwow. We kind of just know, I can kind of just look at her and we nod and we understand exactly what's happening. It's really just sort of keeping it as quiet as possible. It's not something you really want to be known for. It's not something that anybody else wants to know. It's kind of force-fed, a lot of people's relationship stuff. So, we know who we are and what we do, and we only need to know, so we kind of just keep it to ourselves.
I don't know if this is coming through on the radio, but I think Bert is falling in love with Zac Efron.
I do like your hair. I'm not going to lie about that. I do love your hair.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. You got some good hair, too, dude. You guys can't see over radio. You definitely got hair for TV, dude.
I'm seriously going to try to copy that tomorrow.
We have a bromance going on in here.
So, Zac, when you and Bert adopt kids in 5 years, how are you going to raise them?
Yeah, I'm already pushing Vanessa out. Well, the movie is really good. I saw it last night. I did feel like a little bit of a creeper in the screening by myself. I'm going to be honest with you.
All right.
It's probably not a movie I'd ask a whole bunch of my guy friends to go to, but my wife is going to love it.
Okay.
and it's good, man. And dude, the tears. This is what when I'm watching you cry in the movie.
Cool.
Do you take yourself to somewhere else to make you cry like that, or do you just assume like the character's role and just start? Because you turned it on like you just got maced.
You know, I had a lot to go off with this role. Yeah, there's so many ways I could relate to Charlie, just about in every way, especially the little brother relationship, which is where the meat of that, the emotional scenes happen. And I was really able to sort of just picture my brother in these scenarios. I don't know what it is. Anything with family, and that for me is an immediate emotional sort of trigger. So the whole movie, I was able to get into character pretty well. And yeah, I don't know what else to say.
It's really solid.
He's still like the kid thing threw me off. I can't even talk. And if I had to cry on like point like that, I would use that to my advantage in every relationship. So you need to use that at some point in your relationship.
I'm about to start crying now.
I think that I was probably expecting. My kids have watched High School Musical, and I've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
That to see you reach like that far down as an actor it's kind of shocking to me to see.
Man.
It was good, dude.
Good.
It's real good.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
Again, the movie comes out on July 30th. It is Charlie St. Cloud. Zach, thanks for coming in, man.
Dude, thank you guys. Pleasure. True
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Thank you.
Just give me a tell me what the hair product is you're using.
Dude, you can feel it, man. I swear to God, there's nothing in there.
Don't ask me again, because I will.
Q100 Bert Show, traffic and weather. Here's Wendy.
That was fun. Good morning.
Still dealing
Nice
with
to meet you guys. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Cool.